not like there's a lot of Black characters in comics.
There are some we claim as Black.
Skeeter from Doug, Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z.
Big Bird?
Sir, are you dead inside?
Coming soon to Apple TV Plus, streaming March 26th.
Hi, everyone. How are you doing today?
Hi, how about you?
I'm good. Thank you. So Side Quest debuts alongside Mythic Quest Season 4 finale next week. And I have to start this off by asking, who's winning, Superman or Goku?
I'm a switch up. I'm switching up. I'm going
Hey,
Goku
switch up. What
all
do
the
you
way. He's
up?
gonna kill Superman.
Come
Gonna
on.
put him in another dimension.
Come on.
Okay, so I have to go
That doesn't
again.
make any
Cherry
sense.
said, I'm gonna say Superman. I
Yeah.
know. I know.
Oh, see, it's Goku for me. It's Goku.
Superman.
But seriously, though, that's how I knew your episode.
It's you and me. It's a tie. It's
Exactly.
Superman. Who's gonna be Superman?
Goku. That's the answer.
Exactly. Listen, that's how I knew your episode was going to be amazing, because that's how it started. And I was like, oh my God, we're in for it here. And honestly, it grew from that. You know, you're hanging out in a comic book shop, there's cosplay, like so much geeky goodness happening in this episode. But what I really loved about it is I feel like it embodied what Side Quest is all about. Like the fans who make up these fandoms and the community that grows from it. And I was wondering if any of you had any personal experiences being in a group like that and what it was like in general being a part of this show that's showing off the positive impact of geek culture.
Stan,
You keep doing it at me.
because you just told us. It's
Since-
beautiful. It was beautiful.
Since I said Superman could be Goku. I'm much older than everybody on this screen. I probably your ages combined would make my age. I grew up in we had pinball machines when I was growing up, and we would gather around in a small little store like the store in the comic book shop, and we'd be there all day sometimes, and it was that type of I didn't consider us geeks though, even though we were in it, but you go there at 7 a.m, might be there until 3 p.m. playing the game,
Well, I was a theater geek, so nasty.
Same.
Oh, Ashley, it's because I've been saying the difference between nerd and geek is that a nerd is like bookish, but a geek is like bookish plus something weird, like nasty, like something just strange. But I was a geek, and
like what's strange? You got to tell her like you told everyone else.
Oh, what the weird thing is.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
weird.
Oh, boy.
You might have like eaten out of the trash can one time because you were testing something and you got caught, and then that became your whole like persona, like in school, that you're the person that eats out of the trash, and it was only once. Anyway.
Cash geek. Cash geek.
But yeah, having a place for all of these like feelings. I was a super sensitive kid, so like having a place to where these feelings are okay and you can be expressive, and then also learn like how to control those feelings around people who had similar journeys like you. So this pull list, I always say, I said it once, I'm saying it again, and now it's always, but a group that plays together stays together, and that's what we see.
I feel like, I nerd out on different things. Like I was a band geek when I was younger. I love black hair, so I feel like I'm a hair nerd too. But when it comes to the community that we built within the episode with the characters, that group reminds me of the theater nerds that I was with when I was in college. And we had our own little like clique, and we were competitive with each other, but also like challenged each other. And we just wanted to live in the drama department. We never wanted to go back to our dorms. Like that's where you found us all the time.
I was a theater geek too, so 100%. You're spot on, 100%. Were you familiar with Mythic Quest prior to joining Side Quest, and what has it been like being a part of the MQ family?
I hadn't seen Mythic Quest, I'm gonna be honest with you, but once once we started working on the episode, it became very not only interesting, but just working with these wonderful actors, it just became I couldn't wait to get to work. It was so much fun, and I learned a lot. You know, I had to go in a couple of days early to learn, excuse me, to learn how to play the card game, and that I was determined to learn how. You know, but it still I didn't master it by any means, but I was excited, and you know, like I said, working with these guys was just cherry on top of the sundae. You know.
Oh, same. No, I wasn't familiar with Mythic Quest before joining the universe, which I'm very honored to be a part of. That is so cool to say too.
Right.
But definitely after doing the show or the episode, I definitely started watching some of the episodes, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah, no. When I was offered Janae, they sent me like 3 or 4 episodes of Mythic Quest to, familiarize myself with it. And I fell in love. And looking at our script, I was like, oh my God, like I am so excited to give a performance, like give in this world, with such like I don't want to say rabid, but like passionate fans.
That's true. All right, really quickly, my last question. Is there anything you hope fans take away from watching your episode of Side Quest?
Wow, that's a great question. People kind of get a misunderstanding of African Americans, and I think this shows a whole different side of our community, and I would say a positive way. That they're all there. They all have something in common, and they're waiting for this package to arrive with all the new information in it. Everybody's fighting to be the first one. So I think it sheds a different light on like I said, on the community, because I grew up in situations, like I said, growing up in situations similar to that. So I hope they can take that from it and, oh, wow, okay, that's kind of cool.
I think what what Earl says at the end of the episode, I hope that the audience takes away that, we all have a responsibility in the idea of community, right? Like if you want a community, there's so many people that I want a group of friends. You have to learn how to be a friend. So there are responsibilities that we all have to make a really awesome thing happen. And yeah, I mean, if we want more third spaces, I think this episode is a really good blueprint for how to do that.
I feel like I want people to take away everything they said, absolutely, and just community. Like I love community, and I feel like this episode does a beautiful job of showing what community looks like. That's not family or that's not connected by blood as well. Um, and then also just highlighting uh, Black people in the comic book world and
Yeah.
in like in that world that they're there, and the age range is huge. And like I remember my mom used to tell me how she used to read comics all the time, and I remember being surprised by that, like what? And so I think like just to also just show that as well too it's really cool. Like I think it does a lot of different things in this episode very well.
I love that. And that's my time. Thank you all again so much. I'm excited for everybody to see the series, but especially your episode because it's my favorite. And I hope we get to see these characters again because they're great.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Take care.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Mythic Quest.